Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Deep True Crime. I'm Manny Rodriguez. In today's episode, I want to cover, and if you remember yesterday, I was talking about watch who you point your fingers at. And then today we find out about a lawsuit from a University of Idaho professor against an internet web sleuth who pointed their finger directly at her and really said the unthinkable. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Why don't we, my friends? Remember yesterday I shared about how be careful who you're pointing your finger at. Be careful. And I was more doing it as a courtesy thing, as to like, watch it, be careful, it's not fair. Well, today I woke up to learn about this lawsuit. That's right, my friends. A lawsuit has been filed from a University of Idaho professor against a TikToker, someone who helps solve crime through what are those tarot card readings or something. I'm not a believer in all of that particular thing. There are some that have helped cases, but this person should not go on TikTok and start blaming other people. That's probably one of the worst things that I think you can do. That was my whole point of yesterday, how everyone is pointing at Jack D, and the parents say, we trust that he is not affiliated at all. Now, granted, with that quote that from a lot of them was early on in the investigation, and 6 weeks later, they haven't said much recently, but here we are. Now, this murder investigation has sparked a feud between a professor at the University of Idaho and an online sleuth who has accused a professor of being involved in the crime. And so Rebecca Schofield, she's an associate professor and chair of the history department at the university. She has filed a lawsuit against the TikToker. You can see Rebecca Schofield, the plaintiff, versus Ashley Gillard. Now, Ashley, the TikTok personality who attempts to solve crimes in her videos, she doesn't seem worried about this at all. And you can see in this, the lawsuit claims that Gillard posted numerous TikTok videos where she accused Schofield of being responsible for the 4 students' deaths. Why would you do that? If you truly believe this and you weren't just trying to get a bunch of views on your TikTok, why didn't you just go straight to the police about this information, right? Why didn't you just go straight to the police? You see, throughout this ongoing investigation, there has been a number of theories and rumors that have circulated all across social media, prompting police to even warn the public to only trust official sources of information. And the release shared, investigators have been monitoring online activity related to this ongoing and active case and are aware of the large amount of rumors and misinformation being shared, as well as harassing and threatening behavior toward potentially involved parties. You see, the police even spoke out about misinformation. This girl literally got on TikTok and accused a professor. The police even added anyone engaging in threats or harassment, whether in person, online, or otherwise, needs to understand that they could be subjecting themselves to criminal charges. And according to the lawsuit, beginning on November 24th, Gillard started posting numerous TikTok videos claiming that Schofield was involved in the crime, stating that Schofield had been involved in a relationship with one of the murdered students, Kaylee Gonsalves. And on November 28th, Gillard posted 6 TikTok videos in which she falsely alleged, either by explicitly stating so or posting text with her videos, that Professor Schofield participated in or was otherwise responsible for the murders of the 4 University of Idaho students, and that she did so because of her prior relationship with Kaylee. In one video, she wrote the words Rebecca Schofield's thoughts as she ordered the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students. That's what the lawsuit is saying. Again, why would she do this? She doesn't even seem worried that this can go deep. The lawsuit added that Schofield sent Gillard a cease and desist letter to stop accusing her of being involved. However, Gillard continued to make video. And in a statement sent to Newsweek, Schofield's legal team said the statements made about Professor Schofield are false, plain and simple. What's even worse is that these untrue statements create safety issues for the professor and her family. Yes, they do. We see how quick these internet sleuths can jump on things, right? They also further compound the trauma that the families of the victims are experiencing and undermine law enforcement efforts to find the people responsible in order to provide answers to the families and the public. Professor Schofield twice sent cease and desist letters to Miss Gillard, but Miss Gillard has continued to make false statements knowing they are false. Thus, the lawsuit became necessary. That's what the statement shares. In a series of TikTok videos after the lawsuit was filed, Gillard responded and said that Schofield is going to be added to the list of regretful people who have accused her of any wrongdoing. Really? So, again, I told you, be careful about pointing fingers. This could come back. I don't know what will become of this. Maybe it goes away, maybe it doesn't. But she did what I think is one of the most disrespectful things you can do. And of course, it became a search term. Literally, this lady's name is now tied to this in the search engine. My friends, we want justice for Xana, Kaylee, Madison, and Ethan, taken from this world way too soon. My friends, thank you for joining me on another episode of Deep True Crime. I'm Manny Rodriguez. At the end of the day, I just want to be a voice for the victims. I want to let you know what could go wrong in this crazy world we live in so that you could be a little more safer, a little more careful, and a little more prepared in this crazy world we live. I'm Manny Rodriguez. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to being a voice for the victims and serving you again. Have a great day. Peace.